Don't think I can keep this one. If I had one more land, or if this was a mountain, I might consider keeping it. This hand is more keepable. I am going to bottom this Den of the Bugbear. Everyone is just playing the most greedy mana base, so this is how you kind of have to. I mean, that's fair. There's definitely a lot of players that are playing greedy mana bases right now, for sure. Let's start by bobbling them, and they may choose the fetch after that. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bobble them, and then I'm going to play this Blackleaf Cliffs, and then I'm going to move to second main, and then may prompt them to crack their Wooded Foothills, and then I'm gonna play the second bobble, and take a look at the top card of their deck. Okay. Okay, so my opponent has kept a 2-lander with a Sakura's Tribe Elder, and a Farseek is on top. But the Dryads don't really do much. They don't have enough lands, so I'm gonna take the Tribe Elder. See if they fetch. You decide to fetch. Take a look. Still a Farseek on top. Well, they're taking their sweet time. I do want to mention to everyone who's hanging out with me in the stream today, if you haven't done so already, you can feel free to check me out on my Twitter page, where I posted my recent deck list from a modern 10K that I played in yesterday in paper physical Magic. Not something that, you know, we've been able to do for a while, but we did have a physical tournament yesterday, and it was all right, you know? It turned out to be a pretty A-okay tournament, and I top-8'd it with BR Lurrus. So if you want to check out the list that I top-8'd with, feel free to follow me on Twitter. That's where I posted that list. Nice, Rob. Start watching your Twitch page on Magic. Nice. These are the 4 cards that we know about in my opponent's hand. And they've got 1 unknown. Search for tomorrow. Let's Inquisition them, and I'm going to take their Summoner's Pact. Kroxa. Maybe I should just take their Anger of the Gods, in all honesty, but... No. The gods are angry. What number of sprees would you replace out of the board? And for what from the black red yesterday? So I'm not a huge fan of Shattering Spree right now. I think the food decks have kind of fallen off, which is kind of why my comment on that deck was that I think we should change some number of the Shattering Sprees. I think that Pyrite Spellbomb is better as an option right now. If you want to play a 3rd copy of Engineered Explosives, that's fine. I like the 1st copy of Shattering Spree. I want to be clear. I like 1 Shattering Spree in the sideboard. The 2nd one, you could convince me, is fine. But the 1st copy I'm usually pretty happy about. Obviously, the upside with Engineered Explosives is that it takes Sigardizade off the table, and it's recyclable with Lurrus, which is great. So having both of those options, I think, is worth having, playing Engineered Explosives over the Shattering Sprees, because a lot of times Shattering Spree just doesn't quite do it. So yeah, you can play Pyrite Spellbomb, Engineered Explosives. There are other things that you can put in your sideboard right now, is basically what it comes down to. And I think Shattering Spree is kind of like at the bottom of the list, because the main thing the Shattering Sprees were great against was the food decks, and the food decks have fallen out of favor pretty heavily. Let's go Bobble myself. There's a Bobble on top. I guess it doesn't really actually make any difference for me to Bobble myself there, so maybe I shouldn't have done that. Because I'm gonna fetch either way, trying to put this Kroxa into play. Got a Titan out of their hand. Perhaps I should have started the turn by attacking with Monkey, because that would leave a Bobble in the graveyard. Oh well, drew one anyways. I'll just attack with Kroxa. And unfortunately, as it currently stands, I believe I am dead to a Titan or a Scapeshift off the top. So not much I can do about that, unfortunately. But I guess what I can do is I can Bobble. Obviously, I can Bobble twice and see if I can kill the Dryad. There is a Summoner's Pact, I guess, top. Summoner's Pact's pretty good. I believe that's gonna kill me. If not literally, then it's gonna get really close. Because 2 Valakits is 12 damage, I think, coming into play, so they're more than likely gonna kill off this Lurrus and this monkey, and probably the Croxa as well. They'll just kill everything. Yep, they're all dead. And unfortunately, we didn't really hit any good spells. Okay, this DRC is okay, but I'm gonna need like a terminate off stop. I mean, I guess we get to put the Croxa back into play, which is fine. Culligan's Command is an interesting draw for sure. Though the fact that they have a wooded foothills kind of just doesn't change the math really. What I mean to say is that it doesn't really change the math from my side. Like, I'm pretty dead because of the wooded foothills. But I suppose what I can do is I can fetch for a swamp, play Darcy, and I can go Culligan's Command to buy back Lurrus. Oh, actually, wait. No, yeah, I'm still just a little bit short. I cannot, unfortunately, go Culligan's Command, buy Croxa, play Croxa, and then also escape Croxa. We are very, very close, but it's not... I'm not seeing the line here. What I could do alternatively is just fetch for a swamp, play Culligan's Command, pick up Lurrus. Obviously we can have Darcy and play this whole time, and we can just start digging for Unholy Heat or Terminate. I think that's the line, right? We just have to like find Unholy Heat or Terminate. Yeah. So, return target creature. 2 damage at you. That one's not gonna do it. And I guess at this point, I didn't realize that we were going to be short 1 mana. At this point, it actually does have to be Unholy Heat. Man, even the Lightning Bolt is so tempting. But that is not good enough. That's not it. And we're very dead to this. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick them up here. We'll go on to the next one. We've got 3 Alpine Moons to shut off their Valakuts. An additional Thoughtseize and a Turok. And that's one thing to consider. We did take Terminates out of the deck because we're trying out the Lingering Souls, so we can no longer draw to Terminate. But I think that's okay. I think that's not a huge deal. The Lightning Bolts don't do much. And I will trim 1 Ragavan. And we'll run it like this. Sand's got a lot of discard disruption, and then we can probably land a Kroxa later in the game. Just gonna go ahead and go grab a Blood Crypt. And we'll lead on Inquisition. I will take the Relic of Progenitus. They drew Stomping Ground here and Suspended Search. Go grab a basic swamp. Go Inquisition your Farseek. Thoughtseize your Foundation Breaker, and they're left with 3 lands. I think I'm actually just going to play the front half of Turok here, which is a little bit stinky, but I need to get some clock down, and Kroxa's a little ways away, so Like we're 2 land drops away, but like we have sufficient cards in the graveyard. I just need to make some land drops. So Turok at least is gonna be 3 power next turn, thanks to the Kroxa. So if we hit our land drop, that would be like the best case scenario. My opponent's gone through 2 cards here, so we can go Kroxa, make you discard. This gets pumped. Thoughtseize, make you discard. This gets pumped. My opponent may be double queuing. I'm not really too sure, but they keep just leaving me hanging here for moments at a time. Bobble them. They have a Cinderglade on top. Let's play this Kroxa out. Titan Shift is a very hard deck to play. That might just be thinking. Sorry. I should really give my opponent more time. They discarded a Windswept Heath. Shizo. Alright, chat, what do you think? Is there a Titan in their hand? Am I supposed to go discard spell? Or do I cast Culligan's Command? I think I'm supposed to Culligan's Command, honestly, because they have to hit an untapped land to cast the Titan. And even if they do, so let's say they draw exactly a basic mountain, and they go Titan on this board. The Valakut's definitely going to kill the Turok. And then... So this will put them down to 4 is 7, and then 2 is... They go to 5. This might be incorrect, because if I had to guess, they're going to discard this Cinderglade, and if the last card in their hand is Titan and they've got a land on top of their deck, it's like bad news bears for me, but, you know. Not a ton that I can do about this. I stumbled a little bit too long on mana. They had a Wooded Foothills in their hand, so we know that the last card in their hand is a Cinderglade, which means that they are currently dead next turn, unless they draw a Titan right here. Good deal, good deal. Guess I could get punished by a Veil of Summer. by casting that right there, but I don't think I'm playing around Veil of Summer in any way, unless I guess I could do it in their upkeep. But then there's still a chance that they go like land Titan, but Veil draws them a card. Oh, yeah, this hand's fine again. It's basically the same exact hand that we played with last game. It's just, got one more land in it. One fewer discard spell, one more land. Got a Veil of Summer? Feels like a Veil of Summer. Yes. Yes, yes. They got a Veil of Summer. We can double Thoughtseize. Take your search. Take your Foundation Breaker. Need to find an Alpine Moon here pretty quick. That a good one, chap. That a good one. I have reason to believe that this is a powerful Magic the Gathering spell. I'm gonna go ahead and go grab another Blood Crypt. Alpine Moon of Valakut. Of the Molten Pinnacle. This one. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted for Christmas, was the third Kroxa. At least they're pretty consistently dealing 3 damage, I suppose. Not on his upkeep, we're gonna do it in his draw step. I'll pick up my Kroxa, you discard a card. Get that Search for Tomorrow out of here. I think I'm just gonna do it again. Just gonna run it back, and we're just gonna. But this time I'm gonna deal 2 damage because I would like to actually hit the land. Discard a card, 2 damage at you. Get that Sakura Tribeller out of here. Put that boy in the bin. Bro, give me a land. Of course, it's a Titan now. Well, I guess I'm gonna buy Lurrus, because like there's a world where I play Lurrus, like I draw a land, I play Lurrus. I mean, I guess the, you know, the Titan's like mostly turned off. Because the Alpine Moon's in play. Valakis don't do nothing. So it is just a 6/6 that goes and gets 2 lands. But we need to find an Unholy Heat. That's a good land. That's a good draw. So I'm gonna bobble them. They have a mountain on top. Okay, that card doesn't matter. So we're just gonna fetch, shock this Godless Shrine into play. Black, black, red, red. Roxa. And here's my bad boy. And they're basically dead here because, no, they are just dead here because they can attack and we can trade. And then they died of the 2 Crocuses that are in my hand. I think they also knew that we had a Crocusa in my hand. So they knew that we could attack with Crocusa and then Crocusa from my hand. But I had 2 Crocuses in my hand. So that's the only way that's lethal. So the concession seems a little premature, but there's not much they were doing there after the Alpine Moon stuck. What is the white splash for? It's for 3 copies of a very special card that is called Lingering Souls. That's all it is. It's just for Lingering Souls. I think that Lingering Souls has a little bit of bearing against the Murktide deck and the Mirror Match. So I don't think you need to dip white for any other reason. Your mana base is pretty good as it is. So dipping into a 3rd color is pretty egregious in my personal opinion. I almost hate myself for doing it in the first place. But I think it's worth trying because I do think the Lingering Souls is a very powerful card right now. Or at least it can be, because it buys you a lot of time against the Dragon deck, Murktide. And it's one of the only cards that you would have in the matchup that's really a 2-for-1. Obviously it's 5 mana that's like, well, I mean, like, it is technically a 2-for-1 on the front side and it's got flashback, so, you know, it kind of does multiple, you know, it serves multiple roles, really. It's also extremely powerful with Dragon's Rage Channeler. Please no kill monkey. No. He killed my monkey. I will, not pay 2 life. Don't try to sell it to me. I won PPTQs with it. There you go, dude. Am I getting solituded? Oh, the monkey connected. I exile the land. I'd like to take your Risen Reef. They discarded their Temple Garden. Somewhat interesting that they chose not to Fury pitch Fury. Yeah, it's a little weird that they didn't decide to do this last turn. They pick up Kira. Okay, play Kira. Black, black, red, red. Bloop, 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 bloop. Ding, 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 ding. We know that one of the cards in their hand is a Solitude. So hopefully, okay, yeah, they discarded Fury. So hopefully they just don't hit their 5th land drop here, because that would be pretty bad for us, actually. Getting our Kroxa solituded. Rough. Rough beats, boys. Okay, well, we have good draws. We can draw Lingering Souls would be quite good here. We could draw Bolt. Culligan's Command qualifies as a good draw, I would say. Let's do that in their draw step. I'm gonna go, you discard 2 damage at your Solitude. I'll put this Douthie in the graveyard because it's basically a free card with the Lurrus in our hand. Don't want an Inquisition at this point. We're gonna bobble them. They have a Risen Reef on top. We can go Lurrus. And I think I will go ahead and play this Douthie. Actually, cancel. Let's get in for 3 first. And then play the Douthie. And they concede. I said I can't do it. I can't beat it. Too good. Okay, Turok and Thoughtseize are quite good against the Elementals deck. Terminate is pretty solid. Pirate Spellbomb, not so bad either. Got like these 5 cards. And Lingering Souls is honestly not at its best against Fury, so gonna take those out. And then I think we want to trim. Maybe it's honestly the Terminates are like not actually that great. Like, I don't think there's actually any creatures that we can't kill with our other removal spells. So I think we should be fine with what we have. This hand is very close, but I do think I'm going to keep it. Turn 1 Monkey is very powerful on the play, and I think this is one of those hands that can support it. We're on the draw. We have an extra draw with Mishra's Bauble, so we've got a couple looks to find our second land. And even if we don't, we have spells to play. Here's a monkey. The Fury on top of my opponent's deck. Hey, appreciate it, Roger. It was a very interesting tournament, to say the least. Rough. Well, it looks like we might be making a treasure. It was a mess, for sure, in all honesty. But, you know, we played some Magic. That's what matters. What do we do? I just take this EE. And then Thoughtseize again. And now I want to take the Fury? It's like this isn't a turn. This is like a turn 4 play. The Mole Drifter plus Ephemerate. They played their Forest. I heard they're going to run it. Yes, they are going to run another one in November, apparently. And I believe their plan is to, the November one is supposed to be a 20K, as opposed to a 10K, so a little bit more exciting, I suppose. It is modern. Yeah, no, they announced that yesterday. It is modern. If I can hit my fourth land, or third land here, I guess, fourth mana source, because of the treasure, we can kick Turok, which would be pretty good. Did not hit. So, actually, do they have a? They do have a land exiled, and interestingly enough, I can use this foot normally. So, like normally in the deck, I can't use like off-color fetches to go grab my mana, to go grab my lands. But this time, this Flooded Strand here is actually, I can use this because I have a Godless Shrine as well as a Sacred Foundry in the deck, so I think I do want to do that. Like, getting Turok down just seems like great for me. Just like really messes with their plans, and a Sacred Foundry. Kahira Ephemerate. Ooh, they do have an Omnath on top. Yeah, good thing the Turok is pro-white. Hey, Slater. Why Souls? I personally think that Lingering Souls is kind of an interesting spot in the metagame at the current moment. I believe that with these Lurrus metagame mirror matches sort of running around with Monkey and Darcy and everything, Lingering Souls has an interesting role to fill in these kind of mirror matches. So something that I just wanted to try out, in all honesty, and so far they've been all right. I don't know if it's worth it to sort of skew your mana base yet, but you know, sort of just giving it a shot and seeing how it goes, that kind of thing. Question is, what do I want to do this turn? I can play Monkey and BR Lurrus. I could... I think I want to hold Turok back to block. I kind of like play Monkey, hold, or BR Lurrus. Could also just use K command to like have them discard, pick up Douthie. But I think I like buying Lurrus here. The sooner I can get Lurrus down, the sooner I'm gonna like start pulling ahead. And these K commands are, you know, it's not super straightforward what I'm gonna do with these K commands, but if I can use K command to start rebuying Lurrus, that's a pretty clean way to start gaining some absurd value. Although we need to continue making our land drops for sure. Seems like they probably have a Solitude up. I think I'm okay with throwing Lurrus into a Solitude. I could just get a lot of value out of Lurrusing this Mishra's Bauble. Okay, alright, Endurance. So this is one spot where you do specifically want to stack your Kroxa triggers such that the evoke trigger, such that the sacrifice trigger happens last, and it makes them discard first, because that means that this resolves last, and then priority is going to go back to me. The next thing that I will be able to do is I will be able to cast this Kroxa from my graveyard, using Lurrus's ability, obviously. Whereas if I stack it the other way, then there's a window where my opponent can choose to ephemerate their endurance and put the Kroxa back on the bottom of the deck. So I wouldn't have this sort of second window to, and then like this ephemerate's like not even really all that big of a deal. It's basically just a cycler, and that's pretty fine by me. Obviously, if it finds like a Solitude there, it's a little bit more awkward, but not a big deal. I believe Turok is officially out of range of my opponent being able to kill it, so we're in pretty good shape. They basically needed, they need like Fury, Ephemerate Fury, which is definitely a possibility. They can definitely get that going. Feels like a Risen Reef. Yep. That card's gonna die very quickly. Okay, they are generating a lot of value, but we still get to take all the cards out of their hand as it currently stands. To kill the Risen Reef with Kolaghan's command, deal 2 damage to the Risen Reef, have them discard, and then Kroxa, have them discard again. Don't really want another land. Would like to find a Mishra's Bauble if possible. And they get to do the thing with the ephemerate again. They get to sort of redraw their cards here. It's possible maybe I should have waited until they cast ephemerate targeting something. Because they might have ephemerate. No, it's unlikely they ephemerate their Risen Reef. Because then they would have gotten double triggers. They would have triggered the Risen Reef and the Omnath. So Flamekin Harbinger is probably going to put another Risen Reef on top. We'll see. They might also just grab like Fury or something else. Solitude, maybe. But Solitude doesn't do anything because of the Pro White on Turok. So I'm not sure what they grab here. If I had to guess, it's probably going to be Risen Reef. We can do that. I don't know if that's the line I want to take, though. I guess it does sift through my deck with the Darcy, though. Hey, Netwolf, appreciate the follow. Hope you're having a good Sunday. There's no way I'm attacking with Turok. I just want to make that clear. We're not sending this in until we absolutely have to. I will attack with Monkey because it sort of makes them think twice about what they're going to block with. Because now this way, if they block with either Endurance or Omnath, we can just point a bolt at it, and the Monkey's free anyways because of the Lurrus. Yeah. So, question here is, do I want to go ahead and bolt the Endurance? I think so. I'll just get this guy out of the way. Den of the Bugbear. Yeah, we'll bin that one. We'll recast the Monkey, and then here I will go ahead and do the draw step trick with K-Command. We're gonna kill their Flamekin Harbinger and make them discard a card. Don't need an Inquisition. That's for sure. Okay, now we can start sitting in with the team and it doesn't really matter anymore. Black, red. Sorcery instant, some land, instant. Okay, I'll leave the sorcery in the yard. And I don't really know what my opponent could draw here that they could use to get out of this, but... Hey, Ilkoji, appreciate the follow. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Risen Reef's the best one. Best card that they could draw. Obviously, they could go Risen Reef into, let's say, oh, actually though, that's got to be like the best 2-card sequence they could have had, right? Like the absolute best possible is Risen Reef into Risen Reef. It had to, I guess it probably had to be like Risen Reef into like Fury red card. That would probably be like the absolute nut. Is the Mardu version with Prismatic Ending and Kaya's Bayal bad? I mean, the thing is like, I think Prismatic Ending is a very solid Magic the Gathering card, but I don't think I want to skew my mana base that hard, right? I don't want to have to like, Prismatic Ending is a spell that you want to cast pretty regularly on the first turn of the game, the first and second turn of the game. So you're requiring your deck to have white mana on the first and second turn of the game, and the deck doesn't really do that very well. So you know, skewing your mana base that way is a little bit greedy in my opinion, but so I don't personally choose to do that. But I think this version's pretty a-okay. So attack for 9, 15. And then, yeah, we'll attack with the little guys too, I guess. Do I attack with Lurrus just to gain 4? Probably not. It's probably not that big of a deal, honestly. I just like get to replay one of the little guys from the graveyard. So they're gonna throw a Risen Reef under the Turok bus, more than likely. They do get to gain 4. Yeah, Turok is definitely a house in this matchup, that's for sure. Ooh. This is an interesting block. We just hit a land off their deck. That's probably the best block they could do, in all honesty. I didn't really think about them blocking like that, but that's probably the best block that they could have, because now they give themselves outs to draw more elementals. So like Fury, Solitude, anything like that. Endurance. Endurance is like not the greatest one, but like Fury or Solitude would be pretty backbreaking for us here. But I still don't think that it might not be quite enough. It's like very close. They bounced their own Risen Reef, interestingly. Which, in all fairness, I do think that that line is probably more correct than bouncing one of my guys. I don't think bouncing one of my guys really does much. And they're fetching, so this tells me that there's oh, they failed to find. GG's. Failed to find. That's rough. They probably had a Solitude there, or maybe a Fury. They had because they had 4 mana untapped and they played the fetch land, so they probably drew a 5 mana elemental of some kind, which would have pulled them pretty far ahead, especially if they kept to keep chaining them with more evoke elementals. Would have been pretty nasty, but thankfully none of that happened. We just got away with it. How many people were at the 10K yesterday? It was a 232 man tournament, so relatively decent size. It's probably a pretty solid hand. Let's start an Inquisition, I would say. Alright. Yep. Take your Sylvan Scrying. I guess I didn't really go over my deliberation there, but I do think it is correct to take the Sylvan Scrying over the map. Because if they hit any land there, Sylvan Scrying gets them the tutor immediately, whereas the map is obviously delayed. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize here to start. We'll take their Karn Liberated more than likely. And then if they have another Inquisitionable card, I will go ahead and Inquisition them. Otherwise, I'm just going to play a tap land. They do. They have an Expedition map. Take that one. Opponent's deck is all blinged out. Got all the Frilla full arts. Do you think Lingering Souls is good in this meta? I think it's like, it's fine is the thing. Is like, I don't necessarily think it's like great against, it's not a good answer against like Monkey and Darcy and things like that. Like it's not super great against those creatures, but the one thing that I think the deck needs is it needs an additional way to like sort of grind value in the later stages of the game against a deck like Blue-Red Murktide. And the Lingering Souls just buys you a ton of time against a deck like that. So that's kind of my main thinking, but let's go ahead and let's just get the Kroxa into play, I guess. Just grab the Gauntlet Shrine. Bloop, 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 bloop. Stirrings 4. A concession. Ancient Stirrings concede. Okay, so we want the 3 copies of Alpine Moon, the 1 Turok, 1 Thoughtseize, possibly the 1 Shattering Spree. Generally speaking, I don't like Engineered Explosives, Void Mirror, Pyrite Spellbomb, Nile Spellbomb, and Terminates are like kind of up in the air, right? You really don't want Lightning Bolts too much in this matchup. Those cards are not super great. Other cards that are not super great include here's the thing about Lingering Souls. Lingering Souls is bad against Ugin, and so it's bad against Ugin and it's bad against Oblivion Stone. However, it is very good against 7 mana Karn and 4 mana Karn. I say it's very good. It's like one of the better threats that you can have against 7 and 4 mana Karn, right? But I don't necessarily think that the game plan is to play as though we're going to get to that point in the game. I think the game plan is to play as though we're not going to get to that point in the game, and I'm just going to kill them beforehand. So let's just play like that, and hopefully it goes our way. This hand seems very reasonable. Oof. Relic. Relic is pretty good against us for sure. Hey Slater, appreciate the subscription. I really do appreciate all the support, and I hope you're having a great Sunday. Don't want another land. Will do, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the kind words. Wormcoil Engine and Urza's Tower. Well, let's go ahead and take the Wormcoil Engine, I guess. I think I want to keep the monkey, actually. Monkey's like one of the only threats that we have that doesn't really care about relic. So I'm gonna have to kill my opponent relatively slowly because of the relics being in play. Just gonna play monkey, play Den of the Bugbear, and attack for 1. Kind of would be absurd if we got them to tap out and we just got to Shattering Spree these. Kind of forgot we brought in a Shattering Spree, but they played Tower. Ugin, the Spirit Dragon, eh? Yep. I'm not gonna beat that one, so you can have this game. Alright, we'll run it back. Do not think that one's good enough. This hand, however, is probably good enough. Put the Shizo on the bottom. Done. Monkey. Mishra's Bobble. Your turn. It's an Ugin on top of my opponent's deck. Let's bobble them again. Urza's Tower's on top. That's the land that they have in play. Oh wait, cancel. Let's go red, black. Take the Warping Whale. Say go. We know they have a tower on top. Douthie is an absurd draw. Another copy of Warping Whale, eh? They actually discarded the Karn. Interesting. I guess I should have done that before. Before attacking, because I mean, the upside with attacking first is it lets you know what card you're gonna hit with Monkey, so you can use all your mana on the card that you hit with Monkey. The downside is obviously if you decide to Proxa before combat and they discard a very relevant card such as Karn the Great Creator, now I can Dalthy cast Karn, so feels like they're probably going to, yep, they have second Karn. They're probably gonna go tutor for Tormod's Crypt if I had to guess, and then Tormod's Crypt my yard. Should be pretty okay. They may also grab Pithing Needle, and Pithing Needle my Dalthy Voidwalker. Tormod's Crypt, okay. I think this makes more sense, like attack, okay. BR Lurrus and put the Black Lake plus they go. I think it makes more sense to take the Karn, the Great Creator, off the battlefield, but I could be wrong. Obviously, like this could just be an Ulamog, and it's an All Is Dust. Okay, well that one's not that big of a deal for us actually. That one's actually, as far as bad things that could happen, that one's among one of the better options. So. Play this Dalthy here. Dalthy is good to have in play if they draw exactly Chromatic Star. They can't draw a card off of it, so I like having Dalthy in play for that reason. No, that's pretty bad for me. Grabbing Walking Ballista is like kind of absurd here. Yeah, and they get to grab Ulamog, so I need to draw something very good very quickly. Man, super unfortunate. Maybe I should have just like downfeed the Karn when I had the opportunity to do so, and just wouldn't be in this mess. But I don't think there's much that I can do. I think where I can start is by dashing this monkey and hitting them. Well, as far as draws go, that's not a terrible one. And why couldn't that have just been in the top card of my deck instead of that Unholy Heat or whatever I drew this turn? The Darcy, that's what I drew this turn. So they can Karn tutor something, but I don't know what else they may have in their sideboard. Okay, Sundering Titan blows up all of my lands. No, they already got Walking Ballista though. They usually don't have two Walking Ballistas. It's usually just one. So they can blow up all three of my lands. Oh wow, they didn't. Oh no, they can't. No, they can't. Never mind. I messed that up. Okay. Actually, I don't think I can win from here now that I think about it, because I guess I have to draw. Yeah, no, I don't know what I can draw actually. I don't have the mana to Cake Man do anything. And we're just 1 point short. I can attack with this and put them to 1, but we're just 1 point short. And we're gonna die to these next turn. And I don't think there's anything we can do about that. Even if I like grab this and cycle for bolt, it's still just one short. Oh yeah, we did side bolt out as well. So super dead. Super dead, super dead. Well, that's annoying. We went to those games 2 and 3. I boarded in 3 copies of Alpine Moon, and I didn't see Alpine Moon in either of those games 2 or 3, so maybe I should have just mulliganed more aggressively towards them, but I feel like that's usually not the answer. Usually you need pressure and disruption, and we just had just enough time to kill me. Okay. It's me, yep, that's me. It's a Kale. Here we go, round 4. Let's see what we can do here. Hopefully we can pull out the 4-1. Probably can't keep no black sources, Voidwalker, and I'll keep this one and I'll bottom the Croxa. Let's go Godless Shrine, Bobble, you, Inquisition, Dalthy Voidwalker on top of my opponent's library. We are playing the mirror, boys. Pretty okay if they Inquisition my Croxa, so I'm gonna take their Colligan's Command. Their Colligan's Command. This is the same list I played yesterday. It is not by a long shot. The list that I played yesterday was not a Mardu list. I generally don't like playing 3 colors, but I wanted to give it a shot today because honestly, I'm kind of tired of losing to Murktide Regent. So I figured maybe adding Lingering Souls would give the deck enough time and enough resiliency to beat the dragon deck. I think the obvious answer here for my opponent is just to take the Thoughtseize. I just split with Murktide for cash because I didn't want to deal with it again. Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to play against that deck. In my personal opinion, I think that deck is very annoying. It's like definitely the best monkey deck that exists, and not a huge fan of it. I'm gonna take the Dalthy here, pretty obviously. Need to hit 2 more land drops and we'll be in good shape. Inquisition? Probably gonna take my Unholy Heat. Give me land. Hey, boys. We did it. Just gonna go grab a basic swamp. Lingering Souls. Wonder if they're gonna post the top 8 list from yesterday. Maybe. They might do that somewhere, but I don't know. They were pretty like, you know, I mean, they had us turn in deck lists, but I didn't actually see them do any deck checks. So, I don't know. It was also not open deck lists once you got to top 8, which was a little weird for some people. You gonna make me discard my card? Bro, that's so rude. Alright, well. Cast my Lingering Souls again. Hit you for 1. My opponent has a Terminate in their hand. That's the only card I think I know about. Picked up their Lurrus out of their companion zone. Another copy of Lingering Souls, you say? Don't mind if I do. Did it seem amateur ran? I mean, I don't know if you've heard the stories, but yesterday's event was a mess. It started 2.5 hours late, and every round, it was just a mess. I mean, it's not necessarily like the judges' faults, or it's not the tournament organizers' faults. I wouldn't say it was amateur ran, but I just think they made some mistakes, and they definitely paid for them pretty hard. I like Culligan's commands. You discard a card, kill your Croxa. Not Croxa, kill your Lurrus, whatever. You know what I meant. I only heard that it started late. Yeah, so, okay, so I'll give you a brief synopsis of what happened at the tournament yesterday. Basically, they started 2.5 hours late. Each round, so the Wizard system only allows a certain number of players to go into the companion app, apparently. I don't know exactly what the cap was. I kept hearing people say it was 100, and then a couple people saying that it was, 200, whatever the case was. There was a cap on the companion app. So they got 100 people registered for the event, 200 people registered for the event or whatever. And then they realized that they couldn't register anybody else. So they started backtracking. So then they decided to use a different tournament system. They went with Challenge. I don't know if you're familiar with Challenge, but Challenge is not a good tournament organizing website or software by any means. It's really just like, in all honesty, Challenge is mostly just there for like, 4-player or like 8-player bracket, small bracket tournaments, like where you do stuff online. If you had like we used to run this local Smash tournaments on Challenge, and those were fine, right? But like for a 232 player event, it was not ideal, even in the slightest. So by round 6, and mind you, Challenge is a pretty slow website. So each time they were pairing the rounds, it took 20 minutes 30 minutes between each round before challenge to actually load the players into the system. So it was a 50-minute round timer, but then there was an additional 30 minutes after each round where they were actually just sitting there pairing everything. So that was the first thing. Then by round 6, let me just go ahead and sideboard here real quick. Just go over this. Generally, I don't like all of the discard spells. The Inquisitions are the best ones. You really just want a bunch of stuff that plays at the board. Pirate Spellbomb is pretty solid. Turok, the Terminates are pretty a-okay, so I think I like these. And then the Thoughtseize is out. Yeah, honestly, I think I like Terminates over Pirate Spellbomb, so I think I'll just run like that. Maybe Spellbomb's like slightly better. Yeah, why not? Run like this. So then they went to round 6, and by round 6, Challenge would not let them create round 7. And I think it has to do with how the breakers were panning out. Challenge was like in a situation where they had to like forcefully pair people that had already played against one another. I don't know exactly the story, but something to that nature. Challenge was just not letting them pair round 7. So then they had to manually draw a bracket. Like they were drawing a tournament bracket by hand for round 6 and 7. So yeah, it was a pretty big mess. Oh, I do have your spell bomb. Yes. Yeah. No, I dipped out like right after I finished top 8, so I'll find some time to go get your spell bomb at some point. Or I'll send you 3 cents or whatever it's worth. Can I keep this? Probably not, right? I mean, I guess I have a Lingering Souls, but... And we're both on a mulligan. I'm on the draw. I'm a mulligan one more time. Why? I will keep... I'm gonna bottom this Croxa. I'm gonna bottom this Douthie. I'm gonna keep this. Yeah, there was 3 of us that top 8'd, and thankfully Kale, you know, finally pulled it out for us all. Did something with the tournament. I ended up leaving the convention center last night at 2 a.m. So I don't know exactly what time it ended, but quarterfinal, I was done with my quarterfinals match at 2 a.m. I think. That might have been at the time that I got home, actually. I might be over-exaggerating. We agreed to split at 3:15. I believe that. So evidently they finished quarterfinals and semifinals. What time did it start? 12:30? Douthie Voidwalker on top. Yes, you may. No, it's so powerful. Discard spell into Darcy. But I have a Darcy of my own. I'm just gonna throw the Terminate away. Attack! You won't block. Ha. Got him. Highlight of my day was not having an opponent round 4. It was definitely a rough event, but Colligan's Command. This is a well, actually, no, it's not, sorry. It is not a bad use of this card, my bad. I was thinking it was a bad use of the card because I thought there was a small window where I could discard like a sorcery or something to give the guy delirium, but I didn't have a creature in the yard anymore because I picked up the creature with the Colligan's Command. Black, red, a Croxa. Give me that last card, yeah, give me that Turok. A second Darcy. That is bonkers. For the record, I believe it is correct to bolt in the main phase if you are going to choose to kill one of the Darcys. Because if you kill the Darcy on their turn, they could obviously choose to cast a spell such as a Mishra's Bauble in their main phase, and they get double Darcy triggers, which is bad. It's bad news bears. That's a good draw. Red, red, black, black. Crocs. What about draw step their turn? You kind of the same thing. There's just no reason to do it in the draw step, right? Like if I just do it in my main phase, the dragon dies. If I do it at any point in time where they have a card in their hand, there's a possibility where the dragon is going to get a surveil trigger, and there's no reason to give them an opportunity to get a surveil trigger. I believe my opponent is trying to figure out if they want to throw this lightning bolt at me or if they just want to discard it. I'm just surprised how powerful DRC really is. I mean, you know, I suppose if you know, like, oh yeah, it was Cake Man. He was thinking about whether or not to. There's no way that's correct. Okay, my opponent definitely just misplayed. What you're supposed to do with this Cake Man is you're supposed to go, okay, I'm gonna pick up my Dragon's Rage Channeler and make you discard a card. And then the Croxa trigger still resolves, you discard a card, he discards the Dragon's Rage Channeler or whatever, but at least you get the monkey out of my hand. Yeah, honestly, the games where a Dragon's Rage Channeler is in play longer are the games where, like, you win by a mile. It's, like, not close. The games where, like, monkey is in play longer, you know, could mean a multitude of things. Like, obviously, if the monkey's in play and he's not connecting, then it's definitely a little more awkward. Obviously, the Dragon's Rage Channeler having to attack, like, it has that ability where it has to attack, is a little awkward sometimes, but, what do we do here? Yeah, especially against Murktide, where he has to attack. That's the worst. That's the absolute worst. Your opponent goes like, I guess I'll put this 8/8 flyer in play, and you're like, okay, my guy has to attack. And I always try to, like, with the straightest face, just like, go to combat, attack with my Dragon's Rage Channeler. And they're like, but block? Block? And you're like, yeah, damage resolves, he dies. Yeah, no, I remember Jacob. Don't worry about it. He mentioned it a second ago, so. Do I remember any of the other decks in top 8? Jacob was playing Rhinos, and he was playing specifically the 4-color variant of Rhinos, so. Hang on, I'll go over it here in just a second. Let me think about my turn here. So if I attack with this, it makes them discard. And then they take 6. What's like the worst case scenario for me if I animate the Den? Is it better just to play Monkey? I mean, if I play Monkey, I get to buy Lurrus, I guess. Let's do that. Let's play Monkey and buy Lurrus. Smack, yeah, this is lethal as well. Like this is 8 points, so they have to have something to interact here. My opponent has conceded. Go to the next one. Good save, I don't really care about the spell bomb. Nice, nice, nice. Rhino, Blue Eye Control, Tron, Bring to Light, Shadow, Burn, Murktide, and Black Red Lurrus. Is that all of them? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who's playing Burn? I didn't see the Burn player. I didn't see the Burn guy. I didn't see who was playing Burn, but I saw the other players though. Jacob, I don't know, was it Blue Eye Control that Jacob was playing against? Because I thought that guy had like red colors in his deck too. I thought he was playing Jeskai. I am playing against Cheesy, who was last seen 3 days ago playing Hammer Time. Sorry, 9 days ago playing Hammer Time. Oh, maybe red in the sideboard. Could just be for Prismatic Ending too. I think when I was watching Jacob's match, he just had a Ketria Triumph in play, so. I should have showed up with Trusty Enchantress. I don't know about all that, dog. I mean, like, the thing is about like this particular format is, I will say at the very least, Modern is very diverse right now. Like, we have players playing Tron, Shadow, Burn, like if you look at the top 8 of just that tournament, there's 8 different decks there, you know? So I do like that about Modern right now. However, I believe a lot of that is a lot of overlap right now. Like if you look at, let's see. Shadow, Burn, Murktide, and Lurrus. So my deck, Kale's, the Murktide player, and Burn, probably all 4 of those decks were probably playing at least Dragon's Rage Channeler, if not also Monkey. I know the Murktide player was playing Monkey, but Burn might not be playing Monkey. Burn had no Darcy or Monkey? Bro. That's crazy. Can I keep this 5-land hand against Hammer? Probably not. Lingering Souls. I would like to keep this hand. I will bottom this Douthie Voidwalker. Would like to start on a copy of Ragavan. Boros Burn with Lurrus is quite strong. I agree, 100%. Wow. All I wanted was to find a removal spell, and my deck said no. Put that monkey away. Get that out of here. So if we take their Inquisition, They can't Inquisition me and take my Douthie. If I take their Douthie, I think I gotta take, I'm gonna take their Douthie. The Douthie's probably the best card in their hand, honestly. Do I offer the trade with the monkey? Sure, why not? My opponent says in chat, I block. Yeah, I figured you would. I guess I have Shinka. Maybe that's reason not to attack there. No Inquisition. Why didn't you take my Lingering Souls, bro? Give me a fetch land. Oh no. Well, at least this is a solid draw. I would definitely like to put this Kroxa into my graveyard. Take this Kalagan's command from you. Hey, I'm Trulin, appreciate the raid. Hope you guys are having a good Sunday. I also block. That's a little rough. It was a land, but it was not a white land. No. He Inquisitioned BR Lurrus. A second Lingering Souls? Okay, I'm probably gonna die here. On the mulligan to 6, I think, with no removal spells. That's rough. Douthie, let's go. Come on, Douthie. You can do it, bud. They get so much value out of playing their Douthie out of the yard now. No. And they hit my Darcy? Alright. Stop it, please. I'm already dead. Alright, let's go. It's another mirror. I want 2 rock, Pyrite Spellbomb, 1 Terminate over the 3 copies of Thoughtseize that are in the main deck. Bloop, bloop. Hmm. This hand is acceptable. The thing I hate about Lurrus the most is that he makes dimwits think that banned Mishra's Bauble would be good for modern. Okay, so let me ask you this, Pluto Dab. Does that make me a dimwit? Because I think the Mishra's Bauble should be banned in modern. Okay. Well, you can take a timeout then. The Darcy Bauble is pretty solid. Let's just take the cake, man. We want to grab a Godless Shrine here. We can hold up on Holy Heat still. Go ahead and kill off the Lurrus. That's a pretty solid draw. I kind of wonder if make more sense to go ahead and put the, actually no, right? Because we have 6 cards in yard, so I want to get this in and then Lingering Souls to make sure that I get to surveil any cool cards to the graveyard. These Final Fantasy jams make me sleepy. Sorry. I don't mean to put my viewers to sleep. You guys need some more hype tunes? Resident Sleeper. Oh my god. Do I block? Chat, am I supposed to block? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw all 4 spirits in front of this. I think I'd rather have the surveil guy. got 2 removal spells? Well, that's just a weird use of Unholy Heat, honestly. Monka. Another copy of Lingering Souls? How's my opponent ever gonna beat this? Croxa. I do not want to attack with the Dragon's Rage, the Dargon's Rage Channeler before combat because it's a pretty solid draw for my opponent. Makes the Lingering Souls a lot worse. Let's see what we hit here. Give me a Bolt. Unholy Heat's acceptable. Land to the yard. And Lingering Souls. Okay. Okay. We did it, boys. Hey, Jay Cornell. Appreciate the follow. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Definitely can't beat the Souls at that point. Yeah, the Monkey's just so awkward late game against Souls. I think the Monkey is just like one of the best cards in the mirror, and just having the Souls as an option is pretty solid. Also, I really like the fact that Lingering Souls is just a card in our deck that they can't cast off Monkey, right? Like if they choose to cast it, it's like almost just strictly beneficial for us. Just gives me more things to do. No, not Inquisition. I love this deck. I just don't love monkey prices. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that, my dude. Let's go ahead and play the Bloodstained Mire and say go. Probably going to fetch up a Godless Shrine. This fetch land. Dalthy, okay. I'll fetch before. This one. You. My opponent has a Turok, a Lightning Bolt, and an Unholy Heat. Well, you know what? You know what spot removal's not good against? Nice top of deck. My opponent is very unhappy right now. I'm just gonna ditch the Lingering Souls, right? I suppose I could just ditch a land, but I think I like ditching the Souls. This means I can just go ahead and flash it back here. Spot removal is also poor against the creature that ETB would discard too. I agree. I think this Mark Chalice guy is onto something. Pick up Lurrus. Buddy old pal. Is this a good one, chat? I think my opponent's gonna be upset about this one too, if I'm being honest with you. Are you ready? Are you ready? I don't think he's ready. This one. Was that BM? feel like that was a little BM. I am skillless. GG's opponent. GG's. Okie dokie. So we went 4-1. Your opponent wouldn't have made it at the 12-hour tournament. So we went 4-1 in that second league that we played. Swapped the Lingering Souls into the main deck as opposed to the sideboard where we originally had them in our first league. I think this deck has some legs. I don't know if the mana base is necessarily correctly built at this point in time. What I think I want to try is I might trim a Den of the Bugbear for, and also just to be clear, like these verdant, I guess I didn't really change these earlier. These need to be marsh flats. Like generally you want these to be fetch lands that grab you basic swamp, but you also want to be able to grab your Sacred Foundry with them. I didn't change these because I didn't think about it twice whenever I made the Sacred Foundry, but these need to be marsh flats just for clarity. Anyways, I do kind of want to fit the second basic swamp back into the mana base if possible. So I might have to trim Den of the Bugbear in some capacity. So we'll have to see. I don't know if I'm going to keep messing around with this mana base, but in all fairness, the one card that I really wanted to try out was Lingering Souls, and it was very effective every game we cast it. I didn't get to cast it against Murktide Regent, unfortunately. That's kind of the matchup where I really want to see if this card has legs. Because it is mostly just there to buy you time, right? Like, as long as you can keep connecting with a Dauthi Voidwalker, or, you know, you can finally get a Kroxa into play, the Lingering Souls is going to buy you a ton of time against the Murktide Regent, and sort of just serves as a Maze of Ith, in all honesty. So, I don't know. We'll have to see how that pans out in the future. I'm going to keep trying this deck out in coming streams. For today's stream, I'm going to go ahead and close it off here. So I do appreciate all you guys hanging out with me and playing some Magic today. We will be streaming again on Tuesday evening. I normally stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Next weekend on Saturday, Sunday, I don't know if there's any showcase events going on or any like qualifier events on Magic Online, but there was this weekend, and unfortunately I did not get to play in them because of that paper tournament that I was playing in yesterday. But in any case, we'll see if I haven't checked the Magic Online schedule recently, so I don't know if there's anything fancy going on next weekend, but we'll see. In any case, I'll be playing in the challenges next week, and so you can count on that. In any case, appreciate you guys hanging out with me playing some Magic. If you haven't done so already, feel free to drop a follow. Really do appreciate any of the support you guys give me. You can also check out my YouTube content on youtube.com/ThunderStriker7 or my Twitter page, tstriker7, just to check out any content or the deck list that I top 8'd the paper tournament with yesterday. So thanks again, everybody, and I'll catch you guys next time.